Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to week 2 of our fabulous Shakespeare class. I'm so glad you're all still here with me. Last week was mostly just kind of getting our feet wet, reading the syllabus, kind of figuring out how the class operated, getting a picture of how Shakespeare's world kind of operated, and now we get to start getting into the good stuff. This week is going to be all about Shakespeare's sonnets. He wrote so many sonnets. Like, honestly, you could have a whole class just on the sonnets. But he also wrote so many fantastic plays, and that's where I want to spend most of our time. So we get one whole week to spend time with the sonnets, and then the rest are going to be plays. So we're going to kind of get a crash course on Shakespeare's style of poetry, on his typical subjects of poetry, and the way in which he wrote, which really was so iconic that there is an entire style of sonnet that's just named after Shakespeare. There is the Shakespearean sonnet. Like, he defined the genre to such an extent that we named it after him, which is pretty impressive. Nobody's named anything after me. Don't know about you guys. So yeah, Shakespeare is super duper cool. Very, very neat dude. So this week we're going to read the introduction to the sonnets in your textbook. I've got the page numbers for you here. And then probably the most helpful thing you can do is watch this crash course on Shakespeare's sonnet. I've got a video linked for you in the modules tab, so make sure you check that out. I'll show you where it is in just a minute. And then as we go through the rest of the week, we're going to be reading sonnets 18, 27, 116, 104, and 130. These are Shakespeare's most famous sonnets. Like I said, he wrote hundreds, probably more, but we only have copies of hundreds of his sonnets. However, we don't have time to spend reading all of them. So I've picked the most famous ones that are culturally appropriate. So ones that might come up in conversation or could show up on Jeopardy someday. These are the ones that people think of when they think of a Shakespearean sonnet. Then you're going to be watching the recorded lecture on Shakespearean sonnets. You get to listen to me pontificate a little bit more about them, which is going to be super fun. And then begin composing your own sonnet. Yes, you get to write a sonnet, you marvelous poets, you. So I'm very excited to see how that goes. There is a prompt that will outline exactly what you need to do there. And that prompt is right here. It's called, "Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day?" This is the beginning of one of Shakespeare's most famous sonnets. And so you get to write your very own sonnet about really whatever topic you want. But you do have to follow the Shakespearean style of sonnet. So it has to follow this rhyme pattern. We're going to talk about that in the recorded lecture you're watching on Thursday, so make sure to watch it. And then you're going to write your lines in iambic pentameter, which is the style of Shakespeare's sonnets. You'll learn about that today in the crash course video, as well as the recorded lecture video that you're watching on Thursday. You get a little bit of Greek here, which is fun. You're going to develop your stanzas thoughtfully, writing in several different quatrains, which we're going to be going over in both of those recorded lectures as well, so make sure you watch them. They'll be very helpful. And then you're going to choose your subject matter carefully. You can write your sonnet about anything. In purely traditional sonnets, it's about love, but we can define love however we want. So you could write a romantic love poem, or you could write about how you love a Dairy Queen blizzard. Like, anywhere in that realm is fine. As Americans, we define love in a lot of different ways. So it could be platonic love between parents and children, between siblings, between friends. It could be romantic love between partners. It could be unrequited love, which means you love them, but they don't love you back. It could be just the way that we throw love around in culture, like, I love the cookie jar blizzard from Dairy Queen. And you write about how much you love that. We love our pets. We love our gadgets. We love our houses, our nature view hikes, our cars, whatever you want to write about and define with that term love is absolutely fair game. So have fun with it. You could also be Eminem. I had so much fun finding memes for this class, guys. Like, totally unrelated side note. Google is fun when you're looking for Shakespeare. It's awesome. So there we go. That's your big assignment for this week, as you work to create your own sonnet. And then on Sunday, let me find it, we are visualizing the sonnet. So you're going to create some kind of visual to accompany the sonnet itself. And so you can use Google, you can picture search, you can use Canva, whatever you would like to do to create your own beautiful visual accompaniment to one of the sonnets. If you're not sure what sonnet you want to do, you can click on the Wheel of Fortune and it will choose for you, which is nice. If you don't have a favorite, you can just randomly get a sonnet and then write your visual assignment based on that sonnet. So sonnet 116 would be the winner here. Yay, so fun. I like that it cheers for you. That always makes me smile. So here's the assignment prompt for the visualizing sonnets. Exciting. The other thing I want to show you real quickly in this video, because I do try and keep these videos short, I'm going to be posting them every Monday to give you a really good look at what the week is going to contain, to show you where everything's located in the modules, to discuss the assignments themselves, and to answer any frequently asked questions that folks have had over the last 3 years of teaching this class. So it's a lot of really good information, so please make sure you're watching these at the beginning of each week. I'll post them Monday mornings, unless like my children are projectile vomiting, in which case they'll probably be posted Monday evenings when my husband can come home to relieve me. Or if we have a holiday on a Monday, then they'll post on Tuesdays. But I think we only have one of those this quarter. So look for these Monday mornings. They'll really help you with your week. Here is the intro to Shakespeare and his world. This is everything we covered in week 1. If you're not sure how to enjoy reading Shakespeare, read this article if you haven't already. Really, really gold stuff right here. It's amazing. And here is Sonnets and Stage, week 2. I've got all these labeled for you so you know exactly where you need to be each week. Here's the crash course on Shakespearean sonnets. This was done by John Green, who is like amazing. I love him so much. I wish I could be as cool as John Green like he is. The bee's knees. He's super cool. Written a ton of books. If you've read The Fault in Our Stars, which was also a movie, John Green wrote that. He's amazing. So watch him. He's cool. And he will talk to you about Shakespearean sonnets, the style. He'll go over quatrains and the iambic pentameter style and the rhyme scheme and all of that fun stuff. Here's the recorded lecture that I made on Shakespearean sonnets with additionally very excellent information that you're going to need in order to write your own sonnet. I don't have all the cool graphics that John Green does, but lots of fun, lots of energy, lots of good information. And then here is a copy of the PowerPoint from the lecture video in case you want to be able to like just look at one slide as you're writing your own sonnet. It gives you the ability to do that a little bit more easily. So lots of good stuff for us here as we work through sonnets this week. Next week we get into the plays, which is going to be super fun. We're starting with the comedies. I'm so excited to share those with you guys. But this week we're working on the sonnets. As always, if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help. Use these recorded lectures to build the basis of knowledge you need to be successful in the assignments. Make sure you do the reading from the textbook and reach out if you have any questions. Have a great week, guys, and enjoy this fantastic poetry.